Hey guys, how's it going? Simple Clutch here doing my Elimination Chamber 2013 predictions. And it's weird saying 2013, I was about to say 2012 there. But anyways, yeah, so far there is 7 matches announced on the card, and it's looking like a fairly predictable pay-per-view. The one match that I'm somewhat stumped on, like I know who I think's gonna win, but I think there's a few other people that could very easily get the win as well, is the SmackDown Elimination Chamber to see who goes on to WrestleMania. But we'll just start with the pre-show, which is going to be Brodus Clay and Tensai take on Team Rhodes Scholars. And Rhodes Scholars was supposed to be broken up as a tag team, and I think they've just kind of been thrown back together. That's something for Brodus Clay and Tensai to do, because they're trying to somewhat push them as a tag team in case you haven't been watching Raw. So I'm definitely thinking Brodus Clay and Tensai come out with the win. And then Cody and Damian go their separate ways once again. But yeah, I just think that's how this match is going to play out. It's a pre-show, so I'll probably won't even watch it. I'll probably be, in the theater getting ready to watch the actual show. So maybe I'll watch on my phone, maybe. But anyways, next match on the card is the Divas Championship, Caitlyn versus Tamina. I do care about the Divas division, but I don't care about Tamina whatsoever. The Divas division really does suck right now, and that's just coming from a true fan. It does. They need Trish Stratus and Lita or someone like that back. But for now, Caitlyn, I like Caitlyn. She's pretty good. I guess she's a bodybuilder. She has power. That's something a lot of them don't have. Tamina just annoys me. Everything about her. I see her on TV. It's like, oh, get off TV. But yeah, so she's challenging. My prediction: Caitlyn wins, keeps the title. I mean, Tamina could use a win more than her, but no one really wants to see Tamina with the championship. So I think Caitlyn retains and heads on to WrestleMania to be in some celebrity match. United States Champion Antonio Cesaro versus The Miz. It was on the pre-show at the Rumble. Cesaro retained. Miz just turned babyface. He now has the figure 4 leg lock added into his repertoire. Cesaro just beat him up on Raw. I'm still thinking, although Cesaro has had, and well, I'll admit, not all his title matches I care about, especially the ones with R-Truth. I will admit he's had a pretty good run with the championship, and I can see The Miz taking it off him here. I think he's had it since the pre-show of SummerSlam back in August, 6 months ago, and I think it's time for change. And I think now that The Miz is a babyface, they're trying to push him. I think The Miz is going to go over. Skull crushing or figure 4, I don't know, but one of those two is going to get the job done at Elimination Chamber this Sunday. The next match for me would be John Cena, Ryback, Sheamus, and The Shield. This match you don't even really need me for a prediction. Obviously John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus will win. And now I know The Shield needs to be built up, and they beat Ryback, Kane, Daniel Bryan, and they want to look strong and they give him a big push. But nobody beats Ryback unless it's dirty. Nobody beats Sheamus unless it's dirty. And Cena actually loses unlike Sheamus, but you don't beat John Cena when he's getting prepped for Rock versus Cena too. So I'm definitely, without a doubt, John Cena, Ryback, Sheamus will get the win here. I care about the match. I would care about it a lot more, and I mean a lot more, if it was in the chamber. But I don't know if they're going to do that. They really should, because Elimination Chamber shouldn't have just one chamber match like Hell in a Cell. It's kind of a ripoff. But yeah, if it's just a 3-on-3 tag match, I mean, it'll be cool to watch, but I won't really care for it that much, even though I'm a huge Cena fan. But still, I think if it was in the chamber, it'd be a lot better. Next match. Elimination Chamber match to determine the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, this one really does stump me. On one hand, Del Rio's the champion. On the other hand, you got Dolph Ziggler, who could cash in at any time. I'll get into that during the next match, which I'll talk about, is Del Rio Big Show. But the Chamber, I could easily see Randy Orton winning, and I think he's my first pick. And I know I'm gonna list off the top 3 here, but I'm only picking one guy. That's Randy Orton. I think Randy Orton's walking under there, heading on to WrestleMania. He deserves it too. He hasn't main evented since WrestleMania 25, like 4 years ago. But yeah, I think Randy Orton's going to walk out with an RKO simply because he's that high caliber name. In WrestleMania, you want a high caliber match. I could really easily see Mark Henry winning it because he's got such a big push and he's a heel and Del Rio's a face. And I could easily see, Mark Henry and Del Rio having a feud over the title and eventually having Del Rio beat Henry, and then seeing Ziggler cash in maybe at WrestleMania right after that match, and then if Ziggler was going to have a match with Jericho, they could have a match for the world title at WrestleMania. Or the other way this could go for me would be Daniel Bryan. He's already had a WrestleMania match, although it's a rip-off 18-second because WWE Creative likes Sheamus too much. But Daniel Bryan could headline WrestleMania, not headline, but they could have a match, main event match. Del Rio, Daniel Bryan, Ultimate Submission match. I could see it happening. Chris Jericho just added to the match on Monday. I really, and I mean really, want him to win, but when does he ever win any big time match except for Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam? But I could easily see Jericho coming up short in this match, especially with guys like Mark Henry and Randy there. I don't really see him winning. I mean, if Dolph cashes in on Del Rio right after his match with Big Show, then Jericho's for sure gonna win it. But that's like the only way. Or if Jericho wins it, then Dolph's gonna cash in before WrestleMania. But if I had to pick a guy, definitely Randy Orton would win it. But it can go either way, which is the one match on this card that I'm actually looking forward to. I mean, I'm looking forward to Rock, Punk, Del Rio, Big Show, because I like Del Rio a lot, and the Cena match. But this match, I really don't know who's gonna win, and that's what makes it really, really entertaining for me. And so on to the next match, Del Rio and Big Show. No doubt in my mind, Alberto Del Rio will retain against the Big Show. I mean, nobody cared about his title run in the first place. I loved him beating Sheamus. I love having Sheamus lose clean. That is something I love to see. He does not do nearly enough and should continue to lose clean for about the next 8 years until he retires. But Del Rio and Big Show, they had a good match at the Royal Rumble. Their feud's been actually pretty good considering you have one of the most boring guys that WWE's ever created, the Big Show. Feel bad for Del Rio. His first feud for his title, and he has to go up against like the Big Show. Like, how do you expect to get over with such a lousy opponent that can't even put on a good match? Yet Del Rio somehow gets good matches out of him. I hope it's just a single one-on-one match. Del Rio, I'm really hoping to see a cross arm breaker tap out. He needs to win like that over the Big Show, just cement himself. And I really think he will. I think he'll hit that cross arm breaker to lock it in, and he'll tap out, and Del Rio's on his way to WrestleMania, probably against Randy Orton. That's how I'd love to see it. I think they could actually have a good match because Del Rio is a great in-ring worker. So look for a good match between them. And on to the main event. CM Punk and The Rock. We just saw this at the Royal Rumble. The Rock took his title took Punk's title, which is not his anymore, took it from him. Rock's champ. Thank God that title run ended. I cannot tell you how happy I was. That was the most boring run I've seen in a long time. I am looking at the poll here. Out of 101,755 people who voted, who will win Rock vs. Punk, 81% goes to The Rock, 19% to Punk, and it's not a surprise. Why would Punk win back his championship to make the WWE title stale again and have a triple threat match between The Rock, John Cena, and CM Punk at WrestleMania? Now, it makes sense because all three of those guys have been linked to the championship all year long, but I really want to see Rock Cena too. It's a lot more marketable, a lot better, and I would love to see that match. I want to see John Cena win at WrestleMania, but I definitely think here, no matter, I mean, that the whole no DQ thing's going to involve, obviously, the Shield getting paid off. Somehow The Rock overcomes the odds, beats Punk, retains his title. If the Shield gets involved and Punk wins, which I doubt they will, I really doubt it. I really think The Rock's going to win, but if they do, I'd be so angry and just frustrated. I really don't want to see Punk with that title around his waist for maybe the next 2 to 3 years. I think that'd be a fair amount of time to keep it away from him. But yeah, so The Rock should definitely retain here, keep building his momentum towards WrestleMania. Him and Cena have another epic match, and that's how I think the Chamber is going to go. So go through these one more time. The Rock will beat CM Punk. John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus will beat the Shield. Randy Orton will win the SmackDown Chamber. Alberto Del Rio will successfully defend his World Championship against the Big Show. The Miz will be the new United States Champion. Caitlyn will retain her title successfully. And Brodus Clay and Tensai on the pre-show will get the win. Alright guys, make sure to leave a like, comment, and most of all subscribe. Make sure to comment on whether or not you agree with my predictions, who you think will win. Alright guys, peace.